What up, guys? Young NYC here, and we are here at Laguna Seca, California, at the racetrack here with a McLaren SLR Mercedes-Benz 722. It's a big name. Right now, I'm just going to do a small review of the vehicle, and we're probably going to go around the track a little bit and talk a little bit more about it. Okay, well, this brand of Mercedes came around in 2003 to 2010. It was made by the McLaren Automotive Company. And it was designed by a man named Gordon Wagner. We're not doing this. I don't know what this is, but I guess we can fiddle around with this. Anyway, the car in and of itself is actually very, very interesting. If I don't crash it every time I drive it. Besides the fact that it has a huge amount of torque, the Mercedes-Benz McLaren is a very, very interesting version of the Mercedes-Benz. Now, if we notice how here on the back, the front end was just very goofy looking in my opinion. It's shaped like a bird beak, but it's very aerodynamic and reasonably fast. Comes in the class of the Grand Tour S, and it is a two-door coupe, as you can obviously tell. These type of cars are not the normal average day, everyday cars, you know, that are just easy to buy. You can't just buy any one. They're very expensive. Its successor was the Mercedes-Benz SLR AMG, or the McLaren 12C. The curb weight was about 1,743 pounds. This is 1,768 kilograms, which adds up to a lot. It was only about, I think it was 1,261 millimeters in height, so it didn't stand that tall. It comes with a 5-speed automatic. The engine is a 5.4-liter supercharged M155 SLR V8, so you know it has a lot of power. It's a Grand Touring car jointly developed by Mercedes-Benz and McLaren Automotive, built in Portsmouth and the McLaren Technological Center in Working, Surrey, England, and sold for. It was in. How do I describe it? It was sold from 2003 to 2010 when it was developed. The German manufacturer Mercedes-Benz owned 40% of the McLaren group. As everybody knows, SLR stands for Sport Light Rain Sport, or Sport Light Racing. Homage to the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, which served as the McLaren's inspiration. Both coupe and roadster versions were offered. The SLR McLaren has succeeded by the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, as I had already previously stated. Well, that's all the facts, but what I'm here to really tell you is how the car handles. Right now, I'm currently standing at the 1364, I believe. Yeah. The McLaren has a nice rumble to it. It's a decently sized vehicle, not too bulky, not too draggy. Handles well around the corners. I have a wing, of course, so that does help my traction slightly. It's a decent vehicle, honestly. It didn't cost that much. Of course, I won this one through the crate missions. The interior was, I don't think you could customize too much of the interior if you want it. God, I hate that chicane here. As you can see, there's like no room for people in the back, which doesn't really matter when you're playing the game, but still, I'm just pointing that out. The exterior of the vehicle, you have some intakes here. We have that big dolphin beak hood that, now while I personally don't always like it, is still pretty cool at certain angles. You have the classic Mercedes symbol in the back, big as always, and its stance is very, very unique. As you can see here, it's pretty wide. It's pretty wide, but it's not too wide that you can't maneuver properly. It's a very, very odd design, but very functional. Does have a ton of torque. I will point that out now. You see a GTR go by. Has a ton of torque in this vehicle. Ton of torque. But that's what you get with a V8. Now, unlike most Mercedes, this isn't just one of those cars you can just drive around anywhere. I mean, you can if you want to, but this car was meant to be on the track. Just like this Wyber right here in front of me, these types of cars, the power and the capability, the possibilities they all hold, it's almost cruel not to put it on the track. Overall, the McLaren is a great vehicle, a great buy, and if you do still play the crew, I would highly recommend getting the vehicle, whether through crate missions or through buying the vehicle. Overall, it's been very reliable, has great traction, one of the better purchases I've made. Well, that's all for today's episode. I'm going to probably do another review soon of a different vehicle in the game. Probably not Laguna Seca, it's kind of busy here today. I might go down to the Eagle Stadium. But until then, guys, stay real, keep off drugs, and remember to hit that like button.